monster in your ears, boy.
It's what you harder at the ice out the neck. It's what you harder at the ice out the neck. When I'm in my zone, bitch, I get my respect. Call me Bumpy Johnson.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Texas Sports World. We are your hosts. I'm Ethan. This is Isaac, and we have much to discuss today. First, we're going to start off with, of course, the biggest news of the day in the NFL. That is the schedule drop. We'll be discussing how we feel about the schedule, how it all plays out. The main event games, the night games, it's going to be on the big show. What's the word I'm looking for? What's it called? Primetime. There we go. Primetime games. Wow, brain fart. So we got 4 primetime games this year. I think it's going to be an interesting year for sure. So we're going to go over that, and then I'm sure Isaac's going to want to get into some SEC stuff. That was in the title as well, so we'll get into some of that. And then we'll try to make this a nice little video for you guys. How are you feeling today, brother?
I'm feeling great. Hold on. I'm feeling good. How are you feeling?
I had a pretty decent day at work. It was hot, about 105. I feel like it was. So, but it's over with. I'm inside. I got the AC. I'm doing my thing. So I'm pretty good. I'm feeling good today. All right.
Start our first topic.
So I think the first thing we got to get into is the schedule. I feel like that's a pretty okay, everybody. We got a hot take. That's a pretty hot take to start it off, if you ask me. I mean,
listen,
17-0?
It's a question mark. Okay, that's what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about. Let's look at it. Let's see how we feel about it.
We can discuss it.
We're going to deep dive it, and I think based off of what I've seen so far, I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm saying it's improbable, but I'm not saying it's impossible.
It is improbable. I think we can agree on that, and probably also impossible. So I'll go ahead and pop that up. Why don't you? I'm gonna go over kind of the first couple of games. We got the preseason games. We don't really got to discuss those. Pretty much is what that is. And then we got week 1. That's a pretty intense. First start. You get to see the evolution of where we're starting. Hopefully, in terms of offensively, to where maybe we hope to be one day, because that's kind of where Nick Caley came from. He comes from the McVay system, so I feel like maybe we'll see some influence in that game. It'll be interesting to see the two sides collide just in week 1. It's going to be a contrast of two different things, but from the same thing.
It'll show more so how much Nick Caley can rely on game planning for where he came from. I think it'll be a good test for our defense, and I think it'll underratedly be a pretty good way to. It'll see where it's a very good what's the word I'm looking for? To see where we're at. It's very good to see where we're at. It's a good first game to see how well we're going to be, or how well we're going to start, to how well we're going to end.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a contrast of two different teams at two different points in their rise or whatnot. I think like you said, I think it's going to be a good test for our defense. They got Cooper Kupp. You still got Matt Stafford over there, so I think that that's going to be a good test. Puka. They lose Cooper Kupp in the offseason, but
I think it'll be good for our this new secondary. I think this will be a good game. Little taster, or a first little preview to what this elite secondary of ours is going to look like, or supposed to look like, or supposed elite. I think they're elite. I think they're probably top 2, not 2. I think they're the best secondary in football. I think this will be a good prove it game for them. And then I think we're going to take care of this game pretty easily, if I'm being completely honest with you.
That's an interesting take, because I think I don't know, because we kind of had this discussion earlier about kind of what was kind of frustrating about how they attacked this offseason, and kind of the fact that like we were saying, these guys are going to have to get paid soon. You're talking about luckily Sting got paid, but you're talking about Stroud, you're talking about Will Anderson, you're talking about Bullock at some point. If he, you're talking about a guy who came off a year where he was pretty. You could consider he was in the conversation. You could have a conversation about defensive rookie of the year. You know what I mean?
I
So I
think we
mean,
should have had 2 candidates for defensive rookie of the year, personally. I think Kamari and Kalen Bullock should both have at least been in the conversation. But I will say that I think our defense can handle whatever Los Angeles kind of tries to throw at us. I don't think that's going to be the problem. I think the problem is going to be offensively. I think we're going to have some growing pains there. And I don't think necessarily Los Angeles has a great defense. I think they're pretty mediocre. They got a couple good pieces, but nothing I don't think we can handle. Or if Nick Haley's worth his salt as a coach, and he should be able to scheme around whatever McVay is going to do for this game. So I don't see us. We shouldn't struggle with the Rams week 1. I don't think it should be a struggle. I think our defense should probably hold them to under 24 points would be my guess, and I think we should be able to outscore them and walk out of there week 1 with a W.
I mean, that would be a hell of a start. That would be a hell of a start. I mean, you got like I said, it's really just going to be, because I'll be honest with you, I'm not fully confident in what we are doing and what I think we're going to do offensively just yet. I don't know if we've got the pieces in place to keep CJ Stroud upright. I think, there's a lot of things that we need to be doing. We could have done better to put ourselves in better position. And it just felt like we'd rather sign 32 linebackers and 46 edge players rather than, put some money maybe towards an offensive line that was already one of the worst in football 2 years in a row. You
already know where I come from on this. I think we did the best we could with what we had. I mean, we weren't going to go out there and spend a bunch of money. You knew we weren't going to do that.
But that's fine.
There was nobody for us to go spend money on. There was two offensive linemen that we could have went and spent money on. We weren't going to get both of them. We could only get one of them. And I mean, realistically, even if we got either one of those guys, those lines still probably would have been just about the same.
I don't think that's
true. Our options were either a 39-year-old guard or tackle or whatever he was, and then a young guy, but that was injured. He's injury prone.
Here's the thing. I think you're right. I don't disagree with the fact that obviously it would have been a little bit, maybe because they're on the older side of things, it would have been almost negligible, the difference between last year and next year, right? That's fine. Okay, so then why was that not a position of need in the draft? Why did you draft a running back and a cornerback and a safety, or in this draft? All of those positions, arguably. Now we talked about needing a running back. We talked about that. But
I don't think we need a running back.
Okay, would you like to, for the internet, do your whole Damian P, like what? Why
Listen,
you feel like
I am team DP till the day I die. I want Dameon Pierce, I want double penetration, and I want max inflation. That's what I need. Okay? And I think Dameon Pierce.
You hold on, wait.
I think Dameon Pierce is the guy that's going to give you that.
So talk about both of those things are horrible. Double and max inflation? That's a lot.
Double penetration from Dameon Pierce and the offensive line. Okay, I want them to open up a gaping hole that he can penetrate. That's what I want. And I want him to do it every time. And max inflation, because I want him to get the ball more. I think with the sample size we saw to Dameon Pierce last year, it was really good. And then for some reason after the New England game where he went crazy, the dumbass that we had calling offensive plays was like, that was way too good. I don't think I can physically let that happen.
Here's the thing. I think that the offense that we're going to have this year, hopefully, is more to his style. But I hate even saying that, because these running backs, I hate having to, like, just because you're playing in a it feels like if you're good, you're good, and if you're not, you're not. Like, you shouldn't be so dependent on the scheme and having the scheme right that it completely takes you out of a team for 2 years almost.
Well, I was saying it at the beginning. I was saying it from when Singletary was still a running back, and DP got the boot to the RB2. And it seems like whenever he's now, you can say, "Oh, he's not good," but go back and watch the film. Watch every Dameon Pierce snap. I know I did. I was every time Dameon Pierce was on the field, I was locked in. It seems almost like the offensive line doesn't block for him more than now. Maybe that's just because he gets less touches, and they were already bad. Joe Mixon and Singletary were getting on a good drive, on a 10-play drive, probably 3 or 4 touches, whereas Dameon Pierce would get 1. So maybe, and, not all of those touches for those guys were good either, but they, 1 yard gain, 2 yard gain, loss of a yard, and then, 5 yard gain. Maybe that's what it looks like to me. And then when Dameon Pierce is out there, he gets maybe 1 or 2 touches, and half the time when Dameon Pierce gets the ball, by the time he gets the ball in his hands, he's looking at 2 defenders in his ass, and he's supposed to make something happen, but he can't, so he just sucks. Like I feel like that's what we're running with. What is he supposed to do there?
No, but that's my. It's only him.
But you can see it. But you can see it when he gets through the first initial line. When he gets to the second layer of defense,
it's like okay.
He's really good in the open field. He's maybe he doesn't have the best vision. He's still a young running back. He's younger than I think any running back that we have on the roster besides Woody Marks and the rookies from last year. So he's not like a seasoned vet. So I don't know what we're expecting out of Dameon Pierce, but that's okay because I want y'all to keep sleeping on the GOAT. And I think with Nick Caley's in here, he's going to see that passion that Dameon Pierce has, and I think he's a good locker room guy. And I think he fits the mindset of the team well. And I think he's going to get more carries this year. And he's going to surprise a lot of people. And whenever y'all are like, I knew DP was the GOAT, I'm going to say, shut the fuck up. No, you didn't. Me and like 4 other people on Twitter are the only ones that are allowed to be fans of Dameon Pierce from this point forward.
I mean, here's the thing. And here's what I will say about Dameon Pierce. And I think there was something that was of interest. During rookie minicamp, these last couple of days, there's been some reporting that Woody Marks was kind of working in the role of, now obviously it's rookie minicamp, but they had him doing the drills and working with the guys that Derek Gumbawale would be working with and being the special teams guy, being that role. And so if you see a Woody Marks be in that role, and maybe we move on from Derek Gumbawale, love the dude, no hate towards the guy, came in, kicked field goals for us. So like, that's awesome. But sometimes it's just time. And maybe now there's a spot for Dameon Pierce to be that number 2 back behind Joe Mixon, and then maybe he does kind of get the carries you're looking for. I
want to bring something else up, just on my Dameon Pierce hype train that I'm always on because I haven't left it since his rookie year. So he played almost 1,000-yard rusher his rookie year. He's supposed to be the next superstar running back for the Houston Texans. That's what he was going to be. And then year 2 comes, and he has a little bit of a setback. Then year 3 comes, plays better. I'd say he played better than year 2, not as good as year 1, kind of somewhere in the middle. I think he made good value out of the touches he got. But there's something interesting to me that everybody seems to overlook. He's a playmaker, Dameon Pierce. Because when he's not running the ball, right? When he actually has blockers, like, I don't know, on a kickoff or something, he's alive. He can crib it.
Yeah, I agree. He can
when
crib it.
When he can get in the open field, get some momentum behind him, and get somebody who can block somebody in front of him and get him out in space. He could crib it every time. So see what good blocking does for him. When you give him some momentum and some good blocking, he can take it 99 yards, no problem. Now we just got to figure out how to translate that to our offensive line so that way they can say, hey, let me push this guy out the way so DP can get in there because he's not going down at first contact. He's not a weak dude. You know what I mean? So even if you aren't great at your job at run blocking, he can break through arm tackles, no problem. He could probably run over a linebacker or bounce off a couple tackles here and there and get himself out in space. I just feel like he hasn't been given a good enough opportunity. And I rest my case on Dameon Pierce.
That's fine. And okay, let me ask you this. Then. Is this how far is the leash? So like, and what I mean by is this year, like, let's say he goes out this year and rushes for like 300 and like he doesn't do what, like, he's just kind of like, meh. At what point are you kind of like, hey man, like, when is that for you as president of Dameon Pierce, the Dameon Pierce fan club? What is that moment for you?
I won't jump ship on Damian Pierce until he either. Well, it depends on what the season looks like. If Woody Marks can go out there and let's say Joe Mixon goes out there and rushes for 800 yards, maybe 1,000 again, and Woody Marks goes out there and rushes for 5, and Damian Pierce in the 2 spot rushes for 3. I'll say, okay, it's probably not going to work out here. But I won't be off the Damian Pierce fan club. I won't jump ship. I think
you'll just move teams.
I'll just be like, oh, he needs somewhere else. Because I'm not gonna lie, I think he would benefit. Maybe not I think we'd be talking about Damian Pierce a lot differently if he was in a different offensive scheme than like if he went and played for a run heavy team. I don't know who's a run heavy team, Philadelphia or something like that. I think he would do amazing in Philadelphia. And Saquon, if DP was in Saquon's spot, I think he'd do really well. I think we'd have a whole different outlook on Damian Pierce.
I don't disagree with you. I think I will agree that maybe he fell victim to situational things. Like Bobby Slowick was never going to be, because when he had an NFL play caller before, he had that good rookie year, right? And then they hired Bobby Slowick, and then he's like, oh, it's a totally different scheme, and then all of a sudden it's and then 2 years go by and he's nothing. You know what I mean?
Right. And I'll give you another answer to your last question about when I'm going to jump. When I think it's enough is when the O-line stats match up or stop matching up to his performance. I feel like hit the O-line. Now, I'm not saying for Joe Mixon, who has, mind you, everybody likes to, Joe Mixon can do it. Singletary can do it. These guys have experience. Both these guys not only had experience in the scheme, but also had experience playing behind below average. They're both veterans, and they both have played with really bad O-lines in their career. Damian Pierce has never done that. He's only in year 3. These guys are multi-year vets that are used to having to work around a bad O-line. Damian Pierce hasn't had to do that yet. And I'll also say this. Whenever the offensive line stats can go there and say, hey, we run block well, and Damian Pierce isn't running well, then I'll jump ship. But if our O-line run blocking grades and our run blocking stats as an offensive line still suck, and Damian Pierce still sucks, I'll always be on the Pierce hype train.
That's interesting. I think you make some good points. Maybe like I said, I think you could I can see a world this season where maybe he can work himself into the 2 spot behind Joe
he's
Mixon.
not working for the 2 spot. He's coming for that 1.
No.
DP is finishing this year as our running back 1. Book it.
Okay.
Book it.
Book it. Book it. Book it, he says. This is
Book
crazy.
It. He's going for a tud every time he touches the ball. 32 touches, 32 touchdowns. Okay, that's crazy. Let's move on. Let's get back to the schedule.
Let's do that. Okay. Would you say we
would
yeah. I don't know, man, because I don't know. That's a veteran team over there. That's a veteran quarterback in Stafford, veteran play caller, still a pretty okay defense. So I think it could be one of those like 27-21 games, somewhere around there.
I think we pull it out.
I don't know. I don't want to call win or loser just yet. But I think it'd be 20, 26, 27, 21, somewhere around there.
I think we clean house with the Bucks.
Oh yeah, I think the Bucks. Yeah, I think the Bucks. I think that's pretty self-explanatory there. I mean,
I think we start the season probably 4-0 before we meet Baltimore. I think Baltimore, per usual, slaps us in the face.
I mean, Jacksonville. Who knows? We don't even know what that even is going to look like. So I mean, it could by week 3. I mean, we may know a little bit more, and maybe Travis Hunter's like catching 100 yards and also getting to pick and 7 tackles, and he's just like, I don't know. I doubt it, but who knows? So we don't know what that's.
Not worried about.
I think Titans. Yeah, Titans. We're gonna make you call us daddy. And then Baltimore.
I think we lose to Baltimore. I think we beat
honestly,
Seattle.
lose to Baltimore, go on a bye week, get ourselves right, right? You're 4-1, or 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4-1, 4-1 at this
4-1.
point. Okay,
Yeah.
4-1,
I
going
think we
to a
beat
bye week.
Seattle. I really don't see a lot of teams on here don't. Baltimore's. I think they'll beat us. Kansas City. I think we can beat Kansas City. I
I
think
think
we
we can
can.
beat Kansas City too.
I think we can beat Kansas City this year. I think we can beat the Bills.
I definitely think we can beat the Bills. I think we can beat the Broncos.
I think there's not an unbeatable team. Maybe besides Baltimore. Baltimore scares the shit out of me, but everybody else I feel like is pretty beatable if we can get it figured out. I think I can see us at most losing probably
Logan.
4 or 5 games.
Logan, you just tried to call me. Dude, I'm clearly in the middle of the show. So
Get them in. Bring them in.
I mean, yeah, Logan, I mean, if you want to, I could send you the invite, brother.
Not because I feel like that's about the Dameon Pierce stuff.
No, he was talking about, I think he's trying to give us a schedule, and then he said 14-6. But I was like, we're not playing 20 games, dumbass.
14-6? Maybe it
Yeah,
was the score prediction.
14-6.
Yeah, maybe it was the score prediction for the Rams.
Maybe. Yeah, man, don't call me. I don't
think it's gonna be that low scoring. I don't think it's gonna be a 14-6. I think we'll score. I think we're gonna have a pretty potent offense. Hopefully.
I think
Actually, I'm lying. I don't think we're gonna have a pretty. It depends.
I think it really is kind of a debacle. It's really a conundrum and a clusterfuck, all wrapped in a what the fuck. So basically, yeah. What were we talking about? How did I get?
Hold
here?
on.
Where are we?
We got to play against. Seattle here, and that might mean we have to face Jalen Milroe.
Ooh, what you gonna do about that? What you gonna do about that?
I'm taking Seattle money line.
Oh my! But you're taking Texas.
I'm taking Seattle money line. No, I'm taking Seattle to win that game. If Jalen Milroe's a starter, I don't think we got shit for him.
Logan, stop calling me in the middle of the show, man.
We get Lamar. Lamar's Logan. Like the gooder version.
The gooder version is crazy. Logan, my camera is my phone. And so maybe I can actually call me again. Actually, don't call me again.
Tell him to call me. Does he have my number? Tell him to call me.
Yeah, call Isaac. Call Isaac, and he can put you on through the phone if you have something important to say. Or yeah, I agree. Our defense is going to win us games.
I think that's how we're gonna try to win games. Is going to be our defense. I would agree.
I mean, when you bring in C.J. Gardner-Johnson, when you already have Bullock, Stingley, Lassiter, Will Anderson,
Daniil Hunter, Azeez Al-Shire, Henry. Okay, Ethan seems to have left us. Ethan seems to have left us.
Logan, my camera is my camera. I can't.
You guys can still hear him. You guys can still hear Ethan on the. Let's hear. Let's listen to this.
Yes, that's what we were telling you on the podcast. Call Isaac. Oh, okay. I'll call Isaac back. Okay, bye. Hello.
I think they heard that. I think everybody heard that.
Or could you hear that?
Oh yeah, we could hear that.
Wait, what did you hear?
Oh.
I told him to call you, so you clearly didn't hear it.
Hello. Okay, you're on speaker. What you need?
Okay, here's the thing. We're gonna lose to the Minnesota Vikings week 1.
That's not week 1. That is preseason.
Okay, that's why I said 14-6 total all year. We're gonna lose to the Baltimore Ravens.
Yes.
We're gonna lose to. Hold on, let me look at the schedule one more time. Is it still on the podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna lose to the Kansas City Chiefs.
I don't think so. Disagree.
Yeah, you're crazy for that.
We're gonna lose to Kansas City Chiefs.
Bad take.
We're gonna lose to maybe the Lions.
That's preseason. We're not worried about preseason. We can go 0-3 for preseason. I don't care about that.
Literally couldn't care less.
Lions. We're gonna lose to the Lions.
We don't play the Lions.
August 23rd. Yes, we do.
Logan,
brother, that is preseason, brother. I think Logan's losing it. Logan's out of his damn mind right now.
Okay. What is y'all's prediction for the season?
I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4,
4-1,
5,
5-1,
6, 7, 8, 9, 9 and 2, 10 and 2, 11 and 2.
We're gonna lose to the Colts once.
12 and 2, 13 and 2, 14 and 2, 15 and 2. I think we could go 15 and 2.
Come on, man.
We could go 50. I don't know, man, because we say this every year, though. We said this last year.
I think we could go 15 and 2. Is that crazy?
Yes, that's insane.
We played nothing. We played nobody. San Francisco, I think we can beat.
I think we can beat them too.
We could lose to the Titans once.
We're not. What are you talking? We're not losing to the Titans. We're
And
not.
We could lose to the Colts
No.
once.
We're not. Well, we can, but we're not.
Okay, but listen, that's you're saying that as a Texans fan. I'm talking as just in general, just in general, we could lose.
They have
Those two
nothing
games.
for us. They have Travis Hunter and Trevor Lawrence, and guess what? We'll sick Azeez Al-Shaair on Trevor Lawrence pussy ass again.
Rare.
Yeah, we'll tell him. Hey, go get him, brother. Go get him.
Get his ass, Z's.
And who and Tyler or whatever the shit his name. Travis Hunter's gonna be a non-factor when it comes to that game because who's he gonna play? Who's he gonna line up against?
Stingley, shut him down.
No, man,
Last,
he's gonna play. He's gonna when he
Marty,
plays receiver.
shut him
Who?
down.
Yeah, who's he gonna run routes against? Nothing. He got nothing.
The guy, who's the opposite corner of Sting?
Kamari
Sting-
Lassiter.
Sting would be covering him.
Okay, he could probably route up.
Okay, yeah, he probably could not.
Get him off of here. He needs to.
But here's
He's
let me
canceled.
finish, though.
Okay,
You
I'll
didn't
let you finish.
though.
I'll let you finish.
He could probably route up Kamari Lassiter, but we got people on the back end who can.
He's getting shut down.
Logan,
Simple as
you
that.
have-
He might go for 0 catches that game and 10 targets. 10
that was
targets,
awesome.
0 catches.
I wouldn't say all that. I would not say all that.
Or okay, my bad. He'll probably get a couple catches because they're gonna have to start running screens to try to get him some plays. Anything downfield, if he runs a route past 10 yards, I think he gets 0% completion.
What if they used him like Deebo Samuel?
Beat the shit out of him? Probably. I don't know.
What? I'm saying
We
he'll
just
finish
jump
it
him.
us.
We would just jump him. Simple as that. We're not losing to the Jags or the Colts or the Titans. Definitely not. We might drop. Listen, my sleeper game that we're gonna lose is probably the Broncos.
What? No, we're gonna lose to the Kansas City Chiefs.
Nah,
We're gonna lose to the Baltimore Ravens,
nah.
and then we're probably gonna lose to at least one of the in-division rivals.
I like how you haven't brought up the Bills this whole time.
And the Bills.
Logan,
So we
Logan,
could lose
Logan, what?
4 or
Hold on.
5 games,
Can you hear me?
or 6 games.
Ask him
I
if
don't
he can
think-
hear me.
Can you hear Ethan?
No.
Okay.
Ethan, say something.
Ask
Tell
him.
me.
Ask him. What about the last few years
Still can't
makes
hear.
him think that the Titans could even come? Like we.
He said, "What about the last few years? Makes you think that the Titans could even coagulate against us?"
even sniff our jock
Cam
strap?
Ward is butt.
Oh my god, dude! This is the.
Yeah,
sec-
yeah,
Are
he
you?
is though. Cam Ward is butt. He's butt.
would've
He's
been
butt
the-
cheek on a stick.
Dude, he was only the first overall pick in this draft because the draft class was so bad.
Dude,
Like, the
yeah,
quarterback class
literally, he is a butt cheek on a stick.
It's about the unknown. We don't
He's
know what he's gonna look
About,
like. in the
okay,
NFL.
I know he's about to get boomsticked by Trevor. Dude, I mean by Will Anderson and fucking Daniil Hunter. I know that.
Have you
for a
seen the
fact.
Neil Hunter arms, bro? He just been to put him in a
He gonna
chokehold.
have
Like, what?
he gonna have 2 grown men inside of him when we go September 28th. Cam Ward is gonna have 2 grown adult men inside of his body, and he's not gonna be able to do nothing about it.
Who are our defense tackles?
He
Only Fatu Kasi.
he's gonna think he walked straight out of a Diddy party, bro. I swear to God.
I don't know who the other guy is, but it don't matter.
Right. No, right. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
It don't even matter though, because we don't need him. Because what's he gonna do? Okay, fine. He slipped through the edge. Guess who's waiting for him? The pit bull that is Azeez Al-Shaair. Because he's gonna be spied.
You know who I'd really like to see play? Christian Harris.
Ah,
That boy's a dog.
yeah, he's a dog shit. Yeah, he's a dog shit.
He had 2 interceptions in the playoffs 2 years ago.
2. Oh, that's a long time ago in NFL years. That's like almost 100. And one of those was gifted by our head coach. He literally told him just stand there and then cut the route off. And he's like, okay.
Oh, yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna do that then. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna just see what it is. He did it. He's like, oh shit.
Realistically, I'm gonna call it right now. We're gonna lose two in division games.
Tell him he can get on here with just his phone. I can send him
Kansas City, and Baltimore.
What's your full record prediction?
No, hold on, Isaac. Tell him he can get on here with just his phone.
He said you can get on here with just your phone.
I'm not gonna say which in division rivals or in division games. Two in division games.
Did we not sweep the division last year?
No, we lost the Colts.
No, we didn't.
Maybe?
No, we beat the Colts week 1, and I think we beat them again. We didn't lose to the Jags. We didn't lose to the Titans. We literally swept the. Oh, we did lose to the Titans once.
Yeah, like overtime or something.
Yeah, we did do that. We did do that, but I don't think they're gonna do it again this year, though, Lord. I don't think they're even gonna do it.
So 2 plus the Bills plus Kansas City plus the Ravens.
So every competitive game that we have is what we're gonna lose to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until we figure out what the hell we're doing at the offensive line, we're not gonna be competitive.
You're done, brother. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye.
Hey, man, I think your brother's drunk on skooma, and I think he's high on dope.
I think he is out of there.
He said we're gonna lose pretty much every plus 500 team that we play against.
And yeah, that really just he really has bad takes, man. There's so many bad ones.
He's got some crazy takes. He's got some crazy, interesting takes, is what he's got. He's got some shit going on somewhere.
So I think so let's go one by one, real quick. What we think? All right, week 1 W. Week 2 W. Right.
Right.
Nod your head if we agree, class. Jaguars W 3-0. Titans W. Baltimore loss. Okay, what is that? 4-1. Now you got bye week. Boom. Then you go against Seattle. I think that's a W. San Francisco. I think that's a W. Denver. I think that's a W. Jaguars. I think that's a W. Tennessee. I think that's a W. I think for all fairness, I think let's say the Bills is a L.
He said, "Let me in the pod, bruh."
Oh, look at his ugly.
Where are you at? Are you outside?
No, I'm at the Embassy Suites in Denver, Colorado.
What the hell is even that? Yeah, that's where Drake and them be at?
Huh?
Is that where Drake and them be at?
Yeah.
That's where Diddy be.
That's where Diddy be at. Why are you in? You out there in Colorado getting high, baby?
Nah,
Who are you with? Are you just by yourself at a bar?
You know how I knew he was drunk? Because of what the bullshit he just came on here and said.
Wait, okay.
He did call it. He just had to be drunk, bro.
Wait, on the schedule, where does the regular season start?
Right
September
here,
7th.
September 7th.
Okay. Wait, how many? There's only one preseason game?
No,
3.
man, there's 3.
Oh, he's out of there. He can't see. Hey,
You
close
said
one eye.
September 7th, bro. Oh, wait. August. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I got
Okay.
I
Right.
We could
Rams,
lose.
Bucks, Jags.
We could lose to Seattle.
Jalen Milroe? I'm saying we might lose to Jalen Milroe.
We could.
We could. We can't stop Lamar. What makes you think we're going to be able to stop him?
He's just a more lethal Russ.
Okay, that's terrible. That's an awful comparison.
Awful comp.
How?
Hey, who's around you that is speaking?
Kyla.
Punch it.
Zeller to Shep.
We could lose to the Bucks too, low key.
We're not losing to the Bucks and Baker Mayfield. Dude, can you ban him? Can you give him a 6-month ban from this podcast? He's saying crazy bullshit right now.
Logan.
Okay. No. Serious talk.
Okay. Please be serious. Please don't say no bullshit.
Okay, we're gonna lose to
No, we're not. You're about to say some bullshit.
Baltimore,
Yeah.
Kansas City.
No.
Um,
Dude, we literally almost beat Kansas City
the
last year, and
Bills.
they didn't get
Okay.
better.
Listen, the Bills, and then
We're not losing to the Bills either. Did you not see Josh Allen's
Allen.
wife getting slutted out in the movie Sinners? You think we're losing to that? Are you getting crazy right now?
Okay.
Dude, we will
To
have
be
Michael
fair-
B.
to
Jordan.
be-
We will have Michael B. Jordan playing starting left tackle for us that game. We will have Michael B. Jordan on the sidelines just staring at Josh Allen the whole game. He's not completing a pass.
He's
To be
just.
fair, I haven't seen Sinners.
I'll send you a clip.
You
She
should see
says
that
some
clip.
wild,
You've seen it.
she says some wild
So
stuff.
crazy.
Okay. Baltimore, Kansas City, and so we're gonna have at least 5 or 6 losses.
Yeah, dude, you're high.
You gotta
not.
be drunk right now,
Dude, you are smoking
Drop that
immense
yak,
amount.
bro.
I promise you, I'm
Yeah.
not.
I promise you,
He
you
got-
are.
he got- I know what it is. I know what it is. He got that contact high. He got that contact.
That's
That's
what
what
it
it
is. Oh,
He got
that
that-
elevation is cutting off the blood because he's in Colorado, so it's cutting off
He
blood
got- he ain't got
circulation.
no blood no more. He ain't got no blood up there, man.
Yeah, it's too much gravity for him. His
What is
bones are
wrong?
condensed.
We
He
still
get
make the
hard
playoffs with 5 or 6 losses.
We're not. First off, we're not splitting with 2 divisional rivals. We're not doing it.
We
We're
are.
gonna win. We'll
Okay,
maybe lose.
The
We'll
la-
maybe lose
okay,
one division.
okay. Answer me this. Answer me this. Answer me this.
Okay,
In the last
okay.
in the last 10 years, how many times have we swept the division?
Dude, what are you talking about?
We haven't.
We're not gonna split the division.
Okay, all right, Logan. All right, by your theory,
Dude, the
all right,
Colts
let's-
aren't gonna beat us. The Jags, dude, maybe one of those teams pulls out like a lucky win when CJ
I
Stroud
think
gets
if
hurt.
there's one, it's going to be the Colts. I think if there's one, it's going to be the Colts. I think you could have a Colts loss, fine. But we still are going to win the other. That gives us one loss on top of. I give us a Baltimore loss, and I'll give us for fairness.
We're not losing. Hey, we're not losing to the Colts or the Titans or the Jaguar. I don't see it happening. I don't believe it. I rebuke it.
Yeah, he off that yak. That's what he on.
I'm off that Modelo.
Special? Or the
Hey, don't
It's
forget, little bro.
Special, the Modelo.
I need that. I need to get that $80 up out you.
Hey, come on now.
politics on the pod right now?
Come on now.
Talking politics right now? Give me that $80. How about bet it, wager it on us not splitting the division with anybody?
No, because I got to pay him before we play the season.
Oh God.
What you need to do is quit
Okay,
drinking the
all right,
Modelo's 'cause they
Logan,
fucking
okay.
you up.
All right, Logan. Is there any more horrible takes?
I think Stroud could win MVP.
Yeah, look at this. That's the drunk face right there. That's what a drunk man does after he says some crazy shit. He said,
But that's not crazy though.
No, the
no,
Stroud ain't.
I think it is crazy. He's already there's so many people that don't even have him as a top 10 quarterback. I don't think he's going to be able to win MVP. Even if he plays good, I don't think he'll win an MVP.
I mean, I don't think he wins MVP either, but I think
He could be.
I don't.
How about this? He could be in the running though.
I think so.
I think it really.
Well,
Maybe
I
not
think-
win it. Maybe not win
Maybe
it.
not.
But he could be in
Maybe
the
not.
running.
I don't think we got the pieces for him to play
Around- yeah.
that good.
If we start the season 4-1, 5-1, 6-1, I think maybe you'll start to see some talk there. But if we come out the gate 4-2, 4-3, have some bad losses, then I don't think that's. But I don't see that happening.
I am
unless-
excited. I am excited about the new offensive coordinator.
I don't know about.
How much
know
of your face, percentage wise, can you feel right now?
All of it.
Bullshit. Yeah, you can feel maybe 13% of your entire face. And I think it's this part right here under your left eye, right there. I think that's the only part on your
this
face
part
that you can feel right
Right
now.
here.
Yeah, that right there. I don't think you can feel nothing right here.
It's just that under eyelid. Just that.
I
Under
think your
eyelid.
forehead is sweating. I think your chin hurts, and I don't think you can feel anything in the cheeks right now.
That boy got beat. Who are you with? Are you just with Kyla?
No, the parents are upstairs.
Scream as loud as you can.
Nah.
Don't do that. I'll have to mute you. Don't do that. Don't do that. Golly.
Oh, we play the Chargers too. Yeah,
We're gonna beat the Chargers.
I think I would argue we have a better chance at losing to the Chargers than we do splitting the series
Yeah, I would say the same.
in the AFC South.
Y'all are so confident.
No, it's not even that we're
Yeah.
confident, Logan. But also look at the schedule. Look at the schedule. I say, okay, in fairness. All right, fine. Let's say we lose. I think worst comes to worst, we lose to the Chargers. We lose to the Rams. We lose to the Rams, the Ravens, the
Kansas City.
I don't think
Why would we lose to
think
the
we lose
Rams?
to Kansas City. I don't know.
I don't think
First
we lose to
game
Kansas City. I think Kansas City is. If you're a betting man, I'd bet on the Texans to beat Kansas City. I'd bet my entire everything. Get paid. Bet the whole check on it. You gonna double that check? You gonna double that check? You gonna double that check? Discount double check.
And then
Bow,
I think
bow.
we can also lose to the Bills, and then maybe we lose one game in the division. So 4 games is worst case scenario.
It's not. It's 6 is the worst.
Logan, if we lose to the Chiefs, I will literally give you my
Logan,
child.
Logan,
Give you your what?
I will give you my child. Matter of fact, I'll give you my child's organs.
I will harvest my child's organs and give them
I will
to you.
harvest my child's organs as a wager that I will even. I think. Hear me out. I think we beat them by 2 scores.
Wait.
Come on, man. Come on now.
2 scores is crazy. I gotta call
Come
you
on
out on
now.
that.
And you said I had bad takes.
Okay, Logan, you came on here spewing some ignorant ass.
You did say some ignorant. You did say some ignorant shit.
So you had some bad takes, brother. You had some bad takes.
I'm a realist.
Logan, you're a pessimist, and you also I get it though.
Logan,
because
you gonna piss me off with this. What you about to do? Because we're not. No, I don't see Tennessee
All right.
beating us once.
You want to make
I
a
don't
bet? Let's make a bet. What
do you want to bet?
if we split the division? $50.
I'll take that bet.
I'm getting free $50. So
Ethan, are you in on this? Are we making this a 3-way trade?
Whoa.
You give Logan 50. I'll give Logan 15.
what? No, hell no. That's not how it works.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. What did I do?
You give Logan 85. I'll give him 10.
That don't even seem right. That don't even seem fair. That don't even seem.
Does he owe you 80? You just gonna give him? You gonna let him keep the 80? You gonna pay him another 15, and I'll pay him 15. That's 100.
So really, he made $100. Really?
Really? If you
No,
think
I'm
about
not
it.
in on that. No, I'm not in on that. I'm not paying your debts. You make the bets.
It's
and
not
pay
paying
the
my
debts.
debts.
You make the bets. You pay the
You
debt.
are here with me. You're supposed to be locked
I'm
in.
holding you accountable. I'm holding you accountable, brother.
How about give me your bank account so I can pay this man his money when we end up shitting the bed? That's
Hey,
what I'm trying to find out.
Listen. If you're not confident enough to pay to bet the 50, don't bet the 50 then.
Let's talk about something else that I want to bet. Let's talk about this. Fuck
shit.
that. Let's talk about something else I want to bet. Where do you think Arch Manning ranks amongst SEC quarterbacks? Wrong.
4.
Cancel him. Get him out.
4.
No.
Who's better?
Okay,
What are the 3 better quarterbacks than
Marcel Reed.
We beat him. We beat him.
You beat him last year without Arch Manning.
He ran the touchdown.
Arch Manning did play though.
Sure.
He did play though.
But after your boy did him dirty. But I don't think Arch Manning gonna do him like that. And I think Marcel Reed got better, and I think A&M got better.
No, bro.
Sure.
Marcel,
Okay,
bro.
You're literally an Alabama fan. You're literally an Alabama fan.
We're probably gonna win the SEC next year.
This man has Alabama ranked the number 1 team in the SEC, bro.
No.
We are
Just
the number
no.
1 team in the SEC.
No.
We have.
You're not better than us. You're not better than us.
Dude, we literally are though.
We beat you in Alabama.
4 years ago?
2.
I think it was 3.
Okay, maybe it was 3, but still.
That's almost an entire
When was the last time?
college career.
Before that? When was the last time an away team won at Bryant Denny?
Okay, we also got smacked by Vanderbilt. That's not saying much. So let's
'Cause y'all
move on about
suck.
that.
Oh,
We're
dude,
moving
y'all
on to the
suck.
next-
But
Dude, y'all
so much
literally
better.
y'all
But you
literally
got so much
look,
better that you're number 1
y'all
team in the
literally this is y'all. This is y'all right here. And this is Georgia.
Okay. Okay.
And guess what? And guess
we
what
can't
else?
have a
And guess what
discussion
else?
with this
And
man.
guess what else? And guess what else? Your boy, the Golden Boy.
What seed were y'all in the playoffs?
Don't worry about it. Dude, y'all played nothing. Y'all, the only competitive team y'all played twice, y'all got bullied.
Hey,
And then y'all
we-
barely escaped Arizona State, and then y'all got smacked again.
4th and 13 though.
I don't care about 4th and 13.
Isaac, the truth of the matter is y'all don't have a quarterback for next year. So
Who's your quarterback? Who's your quarterback?
We got just as much a quarterback as y'all do. That's my take.
Who's your quarterback? Answer. Name him.
Do your homework on Ty Simpson, the big dog. The
oh,
big dog.
I gotta go to the restroom. Bye.
Bye. Get out of here.
Yeah, he's drunk.
Yeah, this man needs to never return.
He needs to go to bed. Is what he needs to do.
Yeah, he needs to go to work. He needs to go to get it and start working, get to his job.
Where are we even at? I feel like we went so off the rails here.
We got so off the rails here. Woo.
It's hot. I got hot. I got hot a little bit.
Got hot. Got a lot. I got a lot. I got a lot. Yeah, it's getting real.
You got a
real
fan?
hot.
I need a fan.
No, man, I'm in a closet. I ain't got no air circulation. I really could.
Just
open
don't put the
door.
fan on.
Okay, well, I
No.
mean, is there anything else that you wanted to get into today specifically?
Nah, I think we covered it. I think
we did.
covered it.
I think we covered that. We're gonna probably. I think like I said earlier, worst case scenario, 4 losses. I think ultimately it could be 2 losses. I think it's kind of where we're looking at right now because I don't see us really having a problem in the division. Obviously there are teams of the upper crust, upper crust teams that we might have a little battle with. The Rams, Chargers, Bills, Ravens, Chiefs. Those teams may give us a run for our money, but I think
we beat the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I think we got the Chiefs this year in regular season.
Yeah. I think we do too.
I even think we could upset Baltimore.
I mean, I think it's possible. I think it's possible. I don't know if it's feasible. Plausible.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I think
I think we
it
could. I mean, they bully us really bad every time we play them.
Yeah.
And then
All right, well,
outside of that, I don't really fear too many other teams on our schedule. So I think we're good.
Yeah, no, I don't either. I think they're going to be pretty good. I think we're going to probably have to go into more of an SEC discussion. Eventually, we keep having basketball things happen, and then the schedule drop. But I think we're going to have to go in depth on the kind of where we see the outlook of the SEC in this coming up year. The way too early rankings, you feel, but actually,
yeah, I think if you're not going to do it, at least I'm going to do it. I'm gonna go. There's a lot of top 25 rankings that have been dropped like way too early, top 25s. I kind of want to look at some of them. Maybe want to do my own. I don't know if you want to get in there with me. I think that'll be a fun little thing we could do together.
Yeah, I think we can. I think what we'll do is we'll probably have to do like I'll do one, you do one, we'll come and reveal it, and then we'll do like the differences and why we think what we think, stuff like that.
And why you don't know ball? I think that's a good idea.
And why you're crazy, and why you're probably gonna have Bama number 1 or something stupid.
I won't have Bama number 1, but I ain't gonna have him out of the top 5.
Okay. All right. Well, if you have nothing further, I don't have nothing else. This has been great. We're going to be back here soon eventually. I think we're going to try to do this a lot more. So if you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought. We kind of went off the rails there. Logan joined in with the phone call, then hopped in for a little bit while he was at a bar. It got a little bit chaotic, but that's kind of what we do here. We're here to have fun. So like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you guys next time.
I'm with that beefing on the net.